Hello chess friends, this is your Vegas chess coach with basics to how chess pieces move, and I want to just quickly go over the moves that the chess pieces can do when they are moving around the board. The kings are the slowest pieces. They can reach one square at a time in any direction, so the king can move forward, backward, sideways, diagonally one square. That's it. That's how far kings can move. You put a king in the corner, the king can then reach only 3 squares instead of 8 in the middle. So the queen is similar to the king, can move in any direction, but as far as the board reaches. So the queen can go on the diagonals, on the files, up and down, and on the ranks. So the queen is a far-reaching piece and can reach a lot of squares. That's what makes her very powerful, because the queen can move very fast, very far across the board and be used for attack and defense. The rooks are the corner pieces. The rooks only move along the files and the ranks. And as we can count, there are 7 squares here and 7 squares on that file. The rook can move 14 squares. Now we put the rook in the center. The rook can still move 14 squares, which makes the rook unique, because no other piece moves the same amount of squares independently of where you put it. For example, you take the knight in the corner, for example, can reach exactly 2 squares. The knight on the rim can reach 4 squares. And the knight in the center can reach 8 squares. So for other pieces, it's very critical, if they are positioned properly and have a much further reach. This is called the octopus knight, because the knight can reach 8 squares. Also what you can see is the knight moves like an L-shaped jump. The knight is also the only piece that can jump over other pieces. So when it jumps over the pieces, it doesn't take them. It only takes a piece when it lands on a square where there's another piece on it, but not when it jumps over pieces. The other thing that's interesting for knight is it moves from white squares to dark squares. As you can see, it's now on a white square, but all the other squares that it can reach are dark. When it's on a dark square, it's the opposite. It can reach only white squares. So the knight is therefore a piece that cannot be used for triangulation, which is a very important feature in endgames. Knights cannot do that. Once a knight is trapped in a certain position, it cannot triangulate and bring the opponent in Zugzwang, which is a concept that we discuss further on. Nevertheless, just remember, the knights move from light to dark squares or from dark squares to light squares. And that makes the knight unique as well. The bishops, I put both bishops here on the board in their starting positions. One is on f1, one is on c1. And as you can see, one bishop is placed in a way that it's on dark squares. And it can only move on dark squares, which is the diagonals. The other bishop is on a white square, and it can only move on white squares. And so therefore, in the chess game, when you have both bishops, which is called the bishop pair, both bishops can cover the white and the dark squares, which is very powerful. If you have only one bishop left, then it only can reach the squares of its color that it's on. It cannot go from the white square to a dark square. It's impossible. So just keep that in mind. The bishops are very far-reaching, and in endgames they are much better use of defending or attacking, because they can reach both sides of the boards really quickly, whereas knights are not able to do that. So much to the bishops. And now we come to pawn moves. The pawn on their starting square, this pawn is on e2. All 8 pawns are in the beginning on the second rank, and the one from e2, for example, can go either 1 square or 2 squares forward, and that's only when it's a first move. When the pawn decides to just move 1 square after that, it can only keep going 1 square. If the pawn starts off with 2 squares, after that it can only move 1 square at a time. So that's the basics for pawn moves. Now the interesting thing about pawns is that they cannot take this way. Any other piece, when it lands on an opposing piece's square, the opposing piece is taken off the board, put aside. Pawns do not take that way. In this position, both the white and the black pawn are stuck. They can no longer move. They block each other. Now, the pawns do take, but they take diagonally. So, for example, the white pawn can take the knight diagonally, or the white pawn can take this pawn diagonally, and after that it can keep walking forward 1 square at a time until it reaches the last row, which is for the white pawns, the 8th rank. And at that point the pawn gets promoted. It can get promoted to a queen of the same color. It can also be promoted to a rook of its same color, can also be promoted to a knight or a bishop. The pawn cannot be promoted to a king or stay a pawn or get promoted to the opposing colored pieces. So it has to stay with the same color. And that's a big thing about pawn promotion. So, and that's the basics of piece movement.